Welcome back to MiiBooth. Irfan here with the Redmi 9C. Now Redmi is already pretty much known for their budget phones, but this one specifically has budget written all over it. This one retails for $119 on Banggood.com, and it comes at the same time as the Redmi 9A, which is an even cheaper option at about $50. The Redmi 9C sports 3 cameras, a 6.53-inch HD Plus screen, a MediaTek Helio G35 processor with 2GB or 3GB RAM options. This one is a 2GB RAM with 32GB memory. I'll put it to the complete test, but first, unboxing. Is the box. We have a picture of the phone in its two main colors. It comes in a third color as well. This is the international version. Inside the box, we have the phone. Now this color is the twilight blue, and it also comes in sunset orange and midnight gray. So a color for all times of the day if you think about it. Below that we have a hard paper box with the SIM tray pin and some user manuals. What is missing is Redmi's staple phone case, which is surprising. I've seen it with every single Redmi phone so far. Then we have a micro USB cable and a 10 watts fast charging brick. Design-wise, the phone is impressive. It sports a very bright colored back, clean without too much unnecessary branding. If you look closely, you'll notice very fine ridges running along the back like fingerprints, which make it smudge-proof. You've got your 3 cameras and a flash right over here just above the fingerprint sensor, which is smaller than usual but very neatly embedded, so much that it is almost unnoticeable. And then on the bottom we have the charging port alongside a speaker and a microphone. There's a headphone jack on the top and a SIM tray on the left, which can hold 2 nano SIMs and a dedicated micro SD card for up to 512GB, which is good cause the inbuilt is just 32 gigs. And then we have the power and volume buttons on the right side. The back is plastic, and I'm not sure if the front has Corning Gorilla Glass protection, as it is not mentioned anywhere. It has a massive 6.53-inch HD Plus display, 1600 by 720 pixels, 81.1% screen to body ratio. There's a 5 megapixel selfie camera in the drop notch dead center. It's an IPS capacitive touch display, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's got decent brightness of up to 400 nits as advertised, and the colors and clarity is on point. The fingerprint sensor is fairly quick, not one of those split-second responses, but adequate. There's also face unlock based on 2D image recognition, which you can use to unlock the phone. It is running MIUI 12, which is Xiaomi's own user interface based on Android 10. In general, the UI runs smooth, you don't have a lot of bloatware, and the responses are pretty snappy most of the time. However, under some quick usage and swift swapping of apps, there is occasional lagging and slowing down, which I came across. There is one-handed use option and full screen gestures built in, just like majority of the Android phones nowadays. One thing I noticed in the MIUI 12 is in settings. The options are listed quite in a neat fashion, and they're very easy to understand. Some Android phones have such a crammy settings drawer that you wished you never clicked on it. Here it's sorted out and sort of a mashup of widgets and rows of settings. Reminds me of Windows OS or the new upcoming iOS for that matter. Now we come to the cameras. It sports a 13 megapixels primary rear camera, a 2 megapixels macro camera, and a 2 megapixels depth sensor for bokeh portraits, and a single LED flash, of course. The primary camera is adequate at best. Pictures are clear in general, but I feel the colors are slightly dull. Portrait mode is able to produce some great pictures, surprisingly. The images are much more vibrant and popping compared to the primary camera. The macro lens is a bonus and can add some value to your portfolio with some interesting close-ups. It can record videos at 720p and 1080p at 30 frames per second. The one you're watching right now is 1080p at 30 frames per second. The quality is pretty adequate. I mean, pretty much what you would expect from such a budget camera phone. Front camera is a basic 5 megapixels cam and is capable of capturing decent portraits and videos at 1080p at 30 frames per second. To back all this, we have a MediaTek Helio G35 processor with 2 gigs of RAM. It is a low-end budget processor, and it shows. I got a benchmark score of 96784 on AnTuTu, which is pretty much at the bottom of the rankings table. But then again, the top is phones like OnePlus 8 Pro, which is not a suitable competition for this phone. which is why a true test will be some games. Now I started with small and mid-sized games like Golf Battle and Headball 2, and it was running those seamlessly for more than 30 minutes at a time, maybe more. Then I moved to bigger games like Asphalt 8 and PUBG Lite, and to my surprise, those two ran without any problem, and I won't say it was super smooth, but it was quite smooth. Then I moved to the even bigger league with PUBG Classic and Call of Duty. Somehow it managed to run those two. At the lowest graphics settings, I was able to play a full classic game for half an hour of PUBG. The gameplay was quite smooth, but there was occasional frame skipping and not just once. In Call of Duty, at medium graphics settings, the performance was actually quite surprising, much smoother than I expected, and there wasn't any noticeable frame skipping or lag, as you can see for yourselves. For a budget phone with a small processor, that is quite an achievement. The phone did warm up when playing, but nothing significant to raise an alarm. Now do keep in mind that these were tests with a brand new phone. How it will handle everyday heavy gaming while not being a gaming phone is a different issue. The battery is a big plus. It sports a massive 5000 mAh battery which takes 3 hours to charge from 0 to 100 with its 10 watts fast charger, if you want to call it that. 80% was done in 2 hours and the last 20% took another hour. Actually, the last 1% alone took like 10 minutes. And then it can last you at least 2 days on average use, maybe more. It's got one speaker on the bottom, which I won't call loud. If you're sitting in a quiet room, then yes. But if you're in a restaurant, cafe, or any relatively noisy outdoor place for that matter, you'll need headphones.
King Kong 3. It was launched around November 2018. And I ordered it the next month in December 2018.
Connections wise, you're getting the basic package 802.11 Wi-Fi, 4G, Bluetooth and all. So in short, it is more of a secondary phone, for me at least. It's got a massive crisp display, long lasting battery life, average cameras, decent performance, and 4G connectivity. At $119, it's quite worth it. I'll leave a link in the description box below in case you want to check it out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. As long as I have the phone, of course. That's it for now, guys. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button below and share the video with your friends and family. And while you're at it, subscribe to MiiBooth for more gadget reviews, DIYs and life hacks. And don't forget to turn the bell notifications to all so you don't miss out on any new content. Click on the thumbnails to watch my other videos or check out my YouTube channel for more. And as always, thanks for watching.